I promise teach karate. That's my part. You promise learn. I say you do. No question. That's your part.
Hey folks, want to get the lowdown on the fresh Karate Kid flick dropping from Sony in 2024? We've got you covered. We'll spill the beans on who's in the cast and dish out some juicy hints about what the storyline might hold. And stick around till the end, as we'll also prove how Jackie Chan's 2010 Karate Kid remake being in the same universe isn't that weird. Back in June 1987, the first Karate Kid flick kicked its way onto screens, and now 40 years later, the franchise is still going strong. With a Cobra Kai series on Netflix keeping the flame alive and new Karate Kid movie buzz in the air, fans are pumped. Remember Daniel LaRusso, played by Ralph Macchio, overcoming bullies with karate skills? Classic. Then in 2010, Jaden Smith took the reins, swapping karate for kung fu in a similar tale. Fast forward over a decade, and Sony is dropping hints about a fresh Karate Kid movie in 2024. They're teasing a return to the roots of the original franchise, but it's not crystal clear how it'll fit into the existing storyline. Could be a soft reboot, which kinda makes sense considering how much Cobra Kai has expanded on the OG story. Speaking of Cobra Kai, with its Netflix success, fans are speculating about how the new movie might connect to the series. The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai saga isn't just about karate moves and high school drama, it's a journey spanning Mr. Miyagi's legacy and the next generation, with Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence's kids taking center stage in the 21st century. The hype train is officially rolling because filming for the new Karate Kid movie has kicked off. Sony Pictures X just dropped some behind-the-scenes pics featuring the slate and our star Ben Wong. And get this, there's even a snapshot with a pizza box, sparking all kinds of theories about the movie's setting or plot. Exciting stuff. Now mark your calendars because the release date shuffle is on. Originally set for June 7, 2024 to coincide with the 40th anniversary of the first Karate Kid movie, the release got a little nudge. Thanks to some Hollywood strikes causing a stir, Karate Kid 2024 will now be hitting screens on December 13, 2024. Hey, good things are worth waiting for, right? This is going to be a blast from the past because the Karate Kid 2024 cast is shaping up to be a reunion of epic proportions. We're talking characters from all generations of the franchise making a comeback. First off, we've got the OG duo, Ralph Macchio as Daniel and Jackie Chan as Mr. Han. Yep, you heard that right. Macchio's reprising his role from the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, while Chan is back as the legendary Mr. Han from the 2010 remake. It's like a nostalgia overload, confirming that all eras of the Karate Kid universe are in the mix for this new flick. But wait, there's more. In an official video from Sony Pictures, Macchio and Chan announced a global casting call for the titular Karate Kid role. And guess who snagged the part? None other than Ben Wong, the rising star known for his work in American-born Chinese. Joining the crew are some familiar faces too. Ming-Na Wen's on board, though her character is still under wraps. And get this, Sadie Stanley is set to play the love interest opposite Ben Wong's character, while Joshua Jackson of Dawson's Creek fame steps in as her father. In this new Karate Kid saga, a new contender is stepping into the ring. In a blend of past and present, the stars of the 2010 Karate Kid reboot, Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith, stand alongside Cobra Kai's familiar faces like Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, Solo Mary Dueña, and Yuji Okamoto. Now, the 2024 Karate Kid movie is shaking things up with a tale about a teenager from China. He's set to train under a tough yet fair mentor, with Jackie Chan likely reprising his role as Mr. Han. And get this, the action's shifting from the West Coast to the East Coast of the United States. How's that for a change of scenery? But hold on to your belts, folks, because the connection to the original franchise is still a bit of a mystery. With Ralph Macchio returning as Daniel, it hints at a link between the reboot and the OG film universe. Yet we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. One thing's for sure, the Karate Kid legacy is about to get a whole new chapter, and we can't wait to see where it takes us. Now let's dive into why Jackie Chan's 2010 Karate Kid remake fitting into the same universe isn't as weird as it might seem. Before the big reveal of the plan of the new movie, Jackie Chan's 2010 Karate Kid remake stood out as the odd one out in the franchise. It wasn't officially part of the same canon as the rest. But here's the thing, the remake is so different from the original that blending them together won't cause any awkward clashes among the Karate Kid 2024 crew. In Jackie Chan's Karate Kid remake, we're introduced to a whole new set of characters. For starters, Chan doesn't play Mr. Miyagi, instead he's Mr. Han, and alongside him we've got Jaden Smith stepping into the role of Dre Parker. It's a fresh take on the classic story meant to stand on its own. Now let's rewind a bit. Remember The Next Karate Kid from 1994? That flick was the final film to star Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi and was an attempt to revitalize the franchise after Ralph Macchio's departure. Despite its efforts, The Next Karate Kid has always been considered part of the canon, but Jackie Chan's version intentionally took a different route, giving the characters a total makeover. Hilary Swank stepped into the dojo as Mr. Miyagi's student in The Next Karate Kid after Macchio bowed out. Now, even though the new cast drew inspiration from the original characters, they're not carbon copies. Take Pat Morita's iconic Mr. Miyagi for example. He got a makeover into Jackie Chan's Mr. Han. And Daniel LaRusso, played by Macchio in the first 3 movies, got a revamp as Jaden Smith's Dre Parker. But despite the changes, there's a striking similarity in the dynamic between the younger characters and their martial arts mentors. Both see their instructors as father figures, especially since they both have absent dads, which creates a strong parallel between the two versions of the story. When you dig into their backstories, you'll find some similarities between Daniel and Dre, although they're not identical. The same goes for Mr. Han and his 1984 counterpart. Both Han and Miyagi suffered the devastating loss of their wife and child before the events of their respective movies, but the details of these tragedies differ. Plus, while Mr. Miyagi seems to have found peace with his past grief in the original Karate Kid, Mr. Han is still wrestling with his demons in the 2010 remake. Both Karate Kid movies take the action to different corners of the globe, giving each a unique flavor. Jackie Chan's return to the Karate Kid franchise may seem surprising, but there are clever ways the new movie can seamlessly integrate his character back into the fold. One way to make his return work is by acknowledging the legacy of the original while still giving it a fresh twist. For example, instead of directly referencing the iconic wax on, wax off line, the new movie could adapt it into something like jacket on, jacket off. It maintains the essence of the lesson while offering a nod to the past. While cars still play a role in the story, they're approached differently in Jackie Chan's Karate Kid. Rather than using the car as a teaching tool like in the original, Mr. Han is seen repairing a car throughout the 2010 movie, only to destroy it again each year. This ritual serves as catharsis for him, tied to the car in which he'd tragically lost his family. This grittier tone wouldn't have meshed well with Dre waxing the car, but it adds depth to Mr. Han's character. Well, that's it for today. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. See you at the next one.